What's going on, family? New day, new begins. Before we get started, hit that like and share button, subscribe button. As you can see by the title of the thumbnail, the title of the video, being focused on life. Day in and day out, weekly, monthly, yearly, we kind of lose sight of what life is supposed to be, and we get down on ourselves, man. I'm here to say, man, keep everything in perspective. The first thing is blurred vision. When we're going through something, we don't really usually see the meaning of it right then and there, presently, but it means something. You just haven't gotten to the point in your life yet where everything has taken off. I've been there, I've done that, and sometimes it hampers you mentally, socially, financially, physically, mentally. But you can't lose sight of the things that you want to accomplish. Like I said, some people can see far, and some people can't see up close. The vision is blurry, and you just gotta get things back to where they're supposed to be. The second thing, we gotta know what's important. I think this is one of the biggest things. We gotta know what's important. A lot of times, situations, people, we allow into our life, situations hamper us, and we don't see that. We gotta know what we want to accomplish. We gotta know what's important. A lot of us don't know what's important. Foolery is important. Going out every night is not important. Drinking every night is not important. Smoking is not important. Some people it might be. But when you're about something and you want to accomplish things, you gotta know what's important. You gotta know the people around you who are not important. You gotta know the people around you who are important. The ones who can uplift you. The second thing, man, I see a lot of times the negative self talk that people have, man. The way people speak to themselves mentally, out loud, internally. That's one of the biggest hindrance that we have as a community, that we have as individuals, is the self talk. You can accomplish everything. You just got to be a positive person. A lot of us are not positive, point blank. A lot of us are not positive. We wasn't taught to be positive. Our parents didn't teach it. Look, I said this many times. I'm gonna keep saying this. A lot of parents are failures. You gotta know how to uplift your kids. You gotta know how to speak to them, speak life into them, and that's not taking them to church. I have no issue about going to church, but you gotta know how to speak to your kids. You gotta know what makes your kids tick. Just like you gotta know what makes you tick as an individual. So that self-talk, man, neglect that shit. Neglect it. Get self-talk out your vocabulary. That's it. Another thing, man, we gotta be transparent with each other, man. I mean, transparent with who we are. A lot of us are not transparent. If you know you're not good at something, be transparent about it, get better. If you know you're not good in relationships, be transparent with it, get better. Sometimes we're the problem. A lot of times we're the problem, but we're not transparent about it. So it's easy to say this person, this job, this car, that car. It's like it beats around the bush. Be transparent with who you are, accept who you are, and correct it. A lot of us don't want to correct who we are. We want to keep running with it. We all have issues. We all are stubborn. But eventually, the stubbornness gets corny. Eventually, it gets corny, and it's time to grow up. Another thing too, this is the biggest. Being goal oriented. A lot of us don't have goals, widespread goals. We have a lot of minimum goals. Goals that some of them are just useless, but you got have goals that you could put in perspective, goals that you could reach. You know, a lot of people, like I said, this goes back to transparency. You got to know what's a goal from what isn't a goal. Success, wealthiness, being rich, that's a goal. That's hard work. You know, doing something, accomplishing something that someone else hasn't accomplished, that's a goal. A lot of us tell ourselves this is a goal, that's a goal, but a lot of goals that are set by people, they're not really goals. To me, they're wants. You gotta need a goal. A goal needs you just to inspire yourself, inspire your kids and your grandkids. You got to leave a legacy. That's a goal. That's a come up. That's a flex. But family, understand what I'm saying. These five things. Blur the vision, knowing what's important, Neglect the negative self-talk. Be transparent with yourself and set reasonable goals. Like I said, family, hit that like and share button and subscribe to Truthtrtube and drop me a comment, man. I definitely appreciate that. I love the interaction.